Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Colton with ScareCubs, back again. And it's going to be my first video of 2021. I took like a little bit of a break between like the last week after Christmas or whatever. Yeah, I'm super tired today, like borderline to the point of delirium. So this is gonna be fun. Yeah, so follow me, Instagram, Twitter, ScareCubs, same way it's spelled here. Also twitch.tv/ScareCubs. I've been streaming video games and makeup on there. It's been pretty fun. Yeah, so I'm gonna throw a picture up here of what inspired me, because I was just like bored and like, I don't know. I just feel like doing makeup on YouTube videos right now is just boring. So I'm kind of doing the inspired by nature thing that I've done with like the Morpho and the Atlas Moth, but this is going to be less like artistic and more like usable, if that makes sense. It's the dinner plate Hibiscus. I just thought it looked really pretty, so we're gonna do that. It's gonna be like pink, and then that like kind of pale blue, and then a deep purple, and then a yellow for the stamen. I think that's what they're called. The stem that the flower pollen grows on. Since this is going to be like a little bit more of a like an out look, I'm going to be doing a little bit of out, if that makes sense, like around my eye. We're going to start with base first, okay? Face first, base first. I'm just going to Jesus! NYX Bear With Me Jelly Primer. Wow, how did I close that so hard last time? Oh my god. Taking the Hourglass Vanish Liquid Foundation. Once again, not because I like it, but because I got it, so I'm gonna use it up. I can totally, after I'm done with this, decant another foundation into it. Probably gonna do that, because it's a pretty component. So with the foundation, you really only want a little half pump. I'm working off a very dirty palette, but a little half pump right there. Otherwise, it looks terrible. But yeah, so now that we're finally in 2021, and it's almost been a full year since the pandemic, and there are other countries that are actually coming out of lockdown because they were socially responsible and, you know, decided to do what was right for their own country. Who is ready for some serious and aggressive public shaming? I'm talking like celebrities that we find out that are at COVID parties, or by COVID parties, I mean any party right now, like causing a public uproar to get them kicked off of movies. Oh yeah, is everybody sending letters to Mitch McConnell because he's the only person in government right now that seems to want to destroy the American people's dreams of being able to pay rent? I mean, like, we're literally approaching a point to where tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, of Americans are going to be evicted because they've lost their jobs and have not been able to pay rent for, what, 9 months? Due to COVID? And there's no national moratorium on rent, anything like that. No? Guillotines? I'm gonna take a concealer I have not used for a really long time. This is the Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer from NYX, and this is in Fair, 1.5 Fair. This is a very matte concealer. If you liked the Tarte Shape Tape, I seem to remember this just being the Tarte Shape Tape, which is not really my gig anymore. It does have a really nice applicator though. It's like very pointed, so you can like really make sure you know where you're getting it. That sentence that I just said didn't really make a whole lot of sense, but I hope you understand. I guess I'm warming up on the sponge to blend out concealers, just because it's kind of taking a little product off. Not like a ton, but kind of, and a little, and some. Taking the Hourglass setting powder. They're just all so messy. Just gonna set under the eyes gently. Looking drier than a British comedy. All right. Oh, so itchy. Where'd my microphone go? Hello? Sure, where did the button on my shirt go? Hello? Hello? I'm just gonna take that 788 BD HD Phase 3 brush. This is a really good brush for concealer and eye stuff, and then even just like blending out shadow. It's good. It's a good boy. I haven't used this in a really long time either. This is the e.l.f. Putty Eye Primer in white. Primer's really weird because it is a putty primer. So it's hard to describe. If you have dry eyelids, do not use this. It's pretty good for normal to oily eyelids though, and I have just... Look, I'm not saying my eyelids are oily, but what I am saying is the US has tried to invade. The shade Stunner and the Drop Dead Gorgeous Full On Crazy palette of mine keeps breaking, and it's really heartbreaking because that might be the prettiest shade in the entire palette. And that hurts me. That hurts me on so many levels. Anyways, we're going to take... I'm gonna start with Daze. It's the kind of like hot magenta purple. Just on a big fluffy brush. And I'm gonna like... It's gonna... How am I gonna put this? It's gonna be like the middle outer edge. So I'm gonna start pretty far out. Far out, man. See, it's like really, just really blown out there on the edge. Now I'm going to take, this is the much lighter purple. This is Sweet as Sin. And now I'm gonna blend the edge out with that. Once again, it's really going out there. I'm going, go hard, go hard. And then I'm gonna go back in with that kind of deeper purple, and I'm just gonna going to take a finer brush. This is 776 blending. I'm gonna dip into the hot pink called Outrageous. And I'm being interrupted by a cat. Oh, yeah, what chuba dabba. Yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. Ooh. Oh my god. That blend is effortless, flawless, divine. Some would say even godlike. And by some, I mean me. Now, I'm kind of like hooking it up, so we're gonna have this like ovoid, almond, bevel, I don't know. We're gonna have a shape where the blue is gonna go. And I will try to ombre the blue into the pink. I mean, that's not how shades work, but it's how these shades are gonna work. So I'm gonna, on just the back side of that brush, dip into Sweet as Sin, and I'm gonna start turning the edge of that pink into a paler purple shade so I can ombre it in with the blue. And now the blue is kind of a hard one because it's like a very... like baby, it's nearly white. It's so pale, it's nearly white. So I'm really gonna have to like mix it with white, actually. Oh my god, look at her. She's like a makeup artist where she's using 2 different shades of eyeshadow blended together to make a new shade. Oh my god. I were the king of the four. So I'm taking Savage. It's the blue. It's a nice blue. It's like a sky blue. And I'm gonna like... you know, I'm gonna dip white onto the brush as well. I don't trust it, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, that's a lot of blue. Ooh, honey baby child. And I'm following that curve that we made with the pink. And oh, sweet Jeebus. I'm immediately taking white. I am immediately taking white. That was a very impactful blue, and while it is beautiful, it's not what we're going for, so I am taking white. Taking sweet as sin again, and I'm kind of trying to like re-emphasize the edge between the pink and the blue, because it is really like this ultra pale pink, almost white. Quite frankly, if they just had this shade in a blue equivalent in the palette, that would have been perfect, but they didn't, so I didn't use it. If you look at the dinner plate Hibiscus, it does have like a very vibrant pink before it turns like just the slightest bit purple on the very edges of the petals. And then, like up at the top, just because it's already blue, we're just gonna go a little full bore blue. And more white, and I'm gonna start taking the white in a little further. Doesn't really matter if I go too far in with the white at this point, because I'm gonna use some shimmer to cover it up. Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna be able to see it on camera, but right here, where my eyelashes meet my eyelid, there's a patch where just nothing sticks. It's really weird. Well, it's psoriasis, it's not weird, it's skin being bad. Gonna take a nice little pointy brush. We're gonna use the BH19. All the shadows I'm using today are BH. I'm gonna use Spooky. It's like this purple, wait, is it Spooky or is it Alchemist? I'm gonna be using Alchemist. It's the deeper purple. Spooky has a blue reflect, I forgot about that. I'm gonna take a combination of Spooky and Alchemist. And we're just gonna kind of like, ooh, that is chunky. I forgot about that. I forgot how these aren't quite shimmers. They're more like pressed glitters, so that is chunky. I know this looks really weird with like the deep focus. Hello. With the deeper part on the inner corner. And it's going to, because flowers don't follow beauty standards created by makeup artists. Fucking know what I'm doing. And then on like the very inner corner, I'm gonna take Pixie. It's like white with a gold reflect, and the inner stamen is like very yellow. And so this is going to kind of achieve that. I look insane like this, but hey, it's only gonna get crazier from here, kiddos. Just using an angled brush, and I'm gonna take the blue Savage, and I'm gonna run it on just the lower part, and then on the outside I'm gonna take the pink. Taking my blending brush and just kind of smoking that out more, since this is a very attempt. This is an attempt, it's a very intense eye look. Because if anybody knows me, they know I'm all about subtlety. I'm gonna take some more white, and I'm just gonna kind of like try to stamp it on right here, because it's not coming through exactly how light I would like it. So I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna kind of blend it in to the edges of where I put that shimmer. Yeah, that's actually leaps and bounds better. Ooh woo. Ooh woo. Who woos dis? Ooh woo. Who woos a dis? This is an interesting look, so I'm just gonna do the same thing on the other eye. We'll be back and I'll finish up the face. All right, I am back. This is an interesting look. It's not supposed to be wearable, if that makes sense. This is kind of more of like a gestural floral look, but it has this weird like dreamy quality to it. Like the like real pale lids just gives it this like, are you dreaming? Are you awake? Oh. So I think I'm gonna like continue with that theme. I was listening to a Frida Alberg Turn Off Your Mind Electric Wizard cover. I don't know who this is. I've looked for a lot of their stuff for like a year and a half now. They have nothing else. It's just this one absolute like psychedelic banger of a cover of like a stoner metal band song, and I love it. So that's what I've been jamming out to off screen. So we're gonna go in with blush, and I'm gonna kind of do a combination. So I'm gonna use Sweet Mulberry because it's like a deeper blush, and I'm gonna kind of like work it in with the eyeshadow, because I want to. It's gonna be, you'll see, it's gonna be nice and, like I said, I want it to have this like dream-like pixie floral aspect to it. I almost just dipped into literal. Hello? This brush, I never realized that this brush kicks up so much product. Holy shit, God, goodness gracious, girly. I do look kind of nuts, but it's all part of the plan. Take a little bit of highlighter. Flexitarian, this is just a really good highlighter. God, it's so good. I'm recording, okay. And, you know, just the thing. I'm gonna go, like, kinda super duper nuts with this. Like, kind of a lot. Like, that level of nuts where if you saw me in public, you'd be like, are you okay? You need me to call someone or, like, drop you off somewhere? A little bit on the nose, on the nosy nose. A little bit like right here. So this is something that I want to try because I feel like it's going to be serviceable for this look. So let's find out. We're going full concealer lip, like literally. In fact, I might need, oh my God. I look like I'm a doll from the 60s. I look like I'm a doll from the 60s. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna take the ColourPop Super Shock Cheek and Count Me In. God, it smells like almond cookies. I'll never get over that. Just taking some on my finger. Huh. You know, it's not nearly as pigmented as I wanted it to be. Let me try, really grinding it into my brush here. It's like ethereal blush lip. That makes sense. This is just something that I wanted to try. I don't really feel like it's getting me where I want to go. So I think I'm gonna try to take some of the Hourglass blush and just make my dream come true here. I just got mascara in a strand of my real hair. My head hair. The top of my head hair. There's hair all over my face. But this hair that I'm touching right here. Oh, that felt good. Okay. Eyebrows. You know, I don't really think this look is gonna live or die by the brows. And my brows are already thick and luscious, so I'm just gonna use some of the brow fiber and then just, you know, come through. I was debating like colored brows, but I don't know. I don't think it would, All right, well, I think it's time for a final look. All right, what do we think? I mean, the eye looks kind of nuts, but I kind of dig it. Yeah, it gives me these weird, like, sultry, like, sad, dreamy eyes. It's very, like, the way this make my eye shape look, this kind of makes my eye shape look like Twiggy. It gives me that very, like, pouty, like, I'm a model. Well, hey, if you stuck around, thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, this is Colton, Bear Scare Beauty. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch, same way it's spelled here. And yeah, let me know what you would like to see more in the future. I think my goal for 2021 is hitting 100 subs. So that'd be awesome if we could get that to happen. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching my little ScareCubs. I hope you have a good day, week, month, or new year. I love you guys. Bye.